What is the filing deadline for my state, and what happens if I miss it? If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, that question could be one of the most important legal questions you'll ever ask. The answer depends on the state involved, but every state has filing deadlines, known as statutes of limitations, that limit how long you have to take legal action after a diagnosis or the loss of a loved one. In many mesothelioma cases, the filing deadline begins when the disease is diagnosed or reasonably discovered, not when the asbestos exposure occurred. That's because mesothelioma often develops decades after the initial exposure, making it impossible for victims to know they were injured at the time they encountered asbestos. So what happens if you missed a deadline? It's a question we get a lot of times. In many cases, the court may refuse to hear your claim, which can prevent you from pursuing compensation through a lawsuit. While certain exceptions may apply in limited circumstances, courts often enforce these deadlines strictly. That's why it's important to investigate your legal rights as soon as possible after a diagnosis. It's also important to remember that asbestos cases can involve multiple states, multiple companies, and additional sources of compensation, such as asbestos trust funds. As a result, the deadline that applies to your situation may not always be as straightforward as it appears. The sooner you understand your options, the better position you'll be to protect your legal rights and preserve important evidence that may support your claim. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, contact us today for a free mesothelioma case review. We'll review your situation, explain the deadlines that may apply, and help you understand your legal options with no obligation.